Hang on, you guys. I've been drinking coffee and not even gonna lie, I have to poop. 2 seconds. Gosh, I love coffee. If you don't love coffee, mysterious roadblock in our relationship, let me just tell you. If you're someone who struggles to have regularity in the morning and you're not a coffee drinker, you should become a coffee drinker. It's fabulous. So I actually wanted to address a question or issue that I have gotten a lot of DMs about, and a lot of people asking me the topic of binging and purging. You don't want to hear that, or it's like, I'm just letting you know we're going to talk about that. So don't watch this if you don't want to hear about that. But if you clicked on this video, odds are you're probably struggling with this, and so I'm going to give you my tips on how I overcame that. Also, disclaimer, I am not a doctor. Obviously, I wasn't diagnosed with bulimia. I was diagnosed with anorexia nervosa, experienced the binging and purging during this recent relapse. I didn't do it at all the first time around, so just the relapse I started doing that. So I'm just gonna talk about from my experience and how I was able to stop doing that, okay? So purging, it doesn't always mean throwing up. It could mean exercising obsessively for hours and hours and hours to purge yourself of the food that you've eaten. So it could be, or it could be laxatives, which I've also done those. Here are the 5 steps that I'm gonna give you guys. Number 1, and this one literally took me the longest to incorporate. Like, I didn't want to do it, didn't want to hear it, and yeah, you're not gonna hear it either, I'm sure. And that would be to eat breakfast. I know, I didn't want to eat breakfast. I was like, no way, that's not gonna make a difference. I'm still gonna want to eat at night and still gonna binge. And you might for quite a while, but when I started consistently eating breakfast and incorporating that meal into my diet, coffee and fruit doesn't count. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Eating a real breakfast actually goes such a long way. Like, it's crazy how that one meal can like satisfy some of the cravings. So yeah, at first I still wanted to eat a bunch. I still ate a bunch. You know, I didn't see a whole lot of progress in the desire to binge, but now I always eat breakfast and I always have a good variety of carbs and fats and proteins. And I will just say that my desire to eat a bunch at night is going down. Like, I still sometimes get extreme hunger, and that's fine. I honor that, and that's not a binge. The desire to binge and the need to binge, or not even binge, we're gonna say binge, but extreme hunger, that just, I need to eat everything. That's your brain, and that's your brain is mentally hungry, and that comes from restriction, and that comes from denying your body certain foods. So even if you're not like restricting necessarily your calories, if you're restricting certain foods, your body is gonna want that food. When you start eating what your body wants and listening to your cravings and eating breakfast, like literally those start to go down. Not right away, don't freak out and try it for a week and be like, oh, well, it didn't work for me, so I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna always be this way. No, you're not. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Number 2, get rid of your trigger foods. And I know people are gonna say, but I'm supposed to incorporate everything and I can't fear anything and all this talk about fear foods and stuff. Yes, but at the same time, if you're not ready to incorporate those fear foods and if you're not ready to challenge yourself, they could actually just set you back way more. I'm all about challenging yourself and eating your fear foods, but if you buy a bunch of your fear foods and you know you still struggle and you are tempted to and you frequently give in to the binge purge behavior, you're only setting yourself up for failure. I know that sounds horrible, but for me, it's like, I was like, wait until you're stronger, Stephanie. Wait until you've tackled that desire, that temptation, and you know that you can withstand the temptation before you decide to eat your fear foods, because it's great to accomplish and make, you know, progress and have a victory by eating your fear foods. But if you then just go and purge it, you've negated that victory. Even if you punish yourself and just feel horrible about it for the next entire day and then restrict, you've still negated that victory. So don't buy yourself those foods if you know that you're gonna just binge on them and purge. And if your family buys them, maybe just remove yourself from the situation. Yeah, I just would say don't decide that you're gonna challenge your eating disorder and get all these fear foods while you're still struggling so much. Once you get to a healthier, stronger place, then start bringing those back in. And tip number 3 is you need to tell someone, you need to get help, you need to reach out. You can't do it alone. You like to think, well, I'm so strong. That's great, you might be, but you know, it's okay to admit that you're struggling and that you're not strong enough and that you need help. That's okay. I know it's embarrassing, but think about this, 2 things. in the end, it's so much better to tell someone and start getting better than to just continue on and mask it and suffer and waste your life. And the second thing is, if you say, you know, my parents love me, I just don't want them, I don't want to do this to them, that would just burden them, I don't want to put that on them because they love me so much. If they love you, they're going to want to do what's absolutely best for you. Flip yourself. If you truly, truly loved, say, your little sister, and she was doing something destructive to her body, but she didn't want to tell you, and then you find out later that she was hiding it for years and that you could have helped, but you didn't because you didn't know, wouldn't you feel horrible? I would feel horrible. I would have been like, why didn't you tell me? I could have helped you. I want to help you. I would be hurt that that person felt they couldn't trust me enough to tell me, to ask for help and to get help. And then it could be too late by that point. There are serious side effects and consequences to bulimia. Going into our next point is you need to research those side effects. I know this might sound harsh, but kind of scare yourself into stopping. That's what I did. I Googled like dangerous side effects of bulimia, dangerous side effects of purging, and yeah, they're there. And this video is not going to start going into all the dangerous side effects of it. You can go look it up. There's videos on it. There's YouTube. There's research. But it's dangerous, and you could die. Do you want to die bent over a toilet? I keep picturing that whenever I even think about it. I'm like, no, 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 no. No. I don't know why I'm not using the handle. It's kind of stupid. Oh, I know why, because I wanted to show you guys the owl and my nails. And my nails. We're still in the excitement over the nails phase. The last tip that I have is going to be, it goes along with the third one that I talked about, is have accountability in somebody. Tell your partner, tell your spouse, tell your sister, tell your mom, tell a coach, tell your therapist, and then ask them to keep you accountable during those hard times. For me, it was hard during the evenings because I would restrict all day and then just be starving at night and want to eat everything at night and then feel too full and then want to throw up or just not eat the entire next day. So find a person, tell your person, hey, these are the times that I'm most tempted to do this. Please watch me, so they can be looking out for that. Also, don't put yourself in a situation where it's gonna be easy to do it. Don't be home alone. Whenever I knew I was gonna be home alone for an extended amount of time at night, I had to get out and do something. I was like, I can't be home alone because I don't trust myself, because I know that one bite leads to two bites, leads to a mouthful, leads to an entire fridge full, and then there I go. There's no stopping me at that point. And that's if I'm home alone, because no one's there to like for me at least, I was very, very ashamed of what I was doing. So obviously I would do it in secret, and I come from a big family and there's always people around. So when people are home, I really couldn't do it. When people were gone, I could do it. So make sure you do not put yourself in that situation to set yourself up for failure. Yeah, I can't stress that enough. Don't be alone in those times. And then if you have messed up, tell someone and say, hey, I've messed up. I'm feeling extremely vulnerable right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Can you please watch me or be with me or take me somewhere? Something else I did was a certain way I made snacks and made this huge pile of like carbs that I would eat. And I was like, Mom, if you see me starting to get together all the carbs and you see me starting to microwave it and do this and that, like, stop me. Don't let me do that, because that means I'm about to like eat a crap ton of food and feel sick and disgusting, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, so don't let me do that. And then even knowing that my mom was watching out for that and that she was gonna be looking for that so that I couldn't do that later, that actually helped me earlier on in the day to be like, all right, well, I'm not gonna be able to binge later, so you might as well eat better right now, which sounds crazy, but it worked. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys for now. I hope it was helpful and insightful. If you did like it, or if you found it helpful, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel, and hit that little bell somewhere down there if you want to be notified. Yeah, all that would be fabulous. I do have an Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, although I never ever get on Twitter, so I'm just gonna throw that one out. Snapchat and Instagram will be below. Feel free to follow me there for more daily stuff. But yeah, that's all I have for now. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.